everybody over there. My name is Ashley. How are you? So basically, just to kind of fill you in a little bit, we were doing research in the area, came across one of your competitors, and had seen how much traffic they were getting to their website. So I started looking for, a business that wasn't getting so much traffic to their website and that was missing a few key elements as far as what Google likes to see. So Teresa had reached out, spoke to your daughter Emily, and yeah, that's why I'm doing this video. I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to better your overall website and your overall rating in Google. Really maximize your traffic, honestly, online. Take your competitors' spots, and in doing that, you'll be getting their traffic. I hope that makes sense. I will explain all of that, though, right now. I'm not trying to waste anyone's time, including my own, so I am going to try and keep this nice and short. If you guys do have any questions, reach out. I would love to talk some more. With that being said, I'm going to start with your current website. You guys have a nice looking website. You have your phone numbers right up at the top. That's good for catering to different types of customers. You have your service tabs, which just makes it that much more user friendly. And yes, I would suggest having, if you guys do other areas, I would have a locations tab or like an areas we serve tab, because look, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user friendly it is and whose is the easiest to navigate, as well as being able to cater to different types of customers. So some people, they just want to click, call, and get off your website. Other people, they want to fill out a form. They don't want to talk on the phone. So it's being able to cater to every different type of possible customer. Now, I would suggest having a form submit. First of all, they're good for conversion rates, and second of all, it's just catering to different types of people. And then as far as your phone numbers, I would suggest have multiple click to call buttons, just because, again, makes it that much more user friendly. So people don't want to have to memorize the phone number, just little stuff like that makes your website that much more advanced and that much better than somebody else's. Just the little stuff like that you don't think matters, but it really does. So scrolling through on your homepage, the first thing that I noticed that you guys do not have any of really is content. You guys have like barely any content, which is all this that I'm highlighting. So that's definitely my first tip. Go and get some more content. Fit in some keywords that you want to be found for. Because look, if I want to be found for fence company Fairfield CT, I'm going to have that as a header. I'm going to have that somewhere in my description, and I might even save a picture as that. But Google likes to see right around 1,500 to 2,000 words of keyword-rich content. So that's definitely my first tip, is to go and get some more content. Now, like I said, I did fence company Fairfield CT because this has a high search volume for it. So these guys down from the organic section are your competitors, and I'm going to show you how to beat these guys. Now, these guys don't have that great looking of a website either, but they have those key factors that Google is looking for. And Google's their whole thing is about giving their users the best experience, and they're going to give that to somebody who is meeting all of their criteria, who has the most content, and who's going to answer their questions. So they have their areas we serve, the types of services they offer, contact us, get a free quote, phone number. But scrolling through, the first thing that I noticed is that they have a lot more content than you guys. But the thing is, they're not considered an authority yet because they're not at that word marking that Google likes to see. And that's good for you, because that means if you were to go and get that 1,500 words of content, fit in some keywords that you want to be found for, you'd already be beating these guys out as far as content goes. But if we come back here, I'm just going to break down Google for you a little bit. So as you can see, the first thing that you visibly can see is the Google guaranteed ads. Now, I'm a personal fan of these. A lot of other people are as well, because I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but Google will guarantee the job up to a certain percentage, and that's in terms of money. Now, the conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's obviously good for you because you're only getting charged for calls. And as I'm sure you're aware, most of the time when people are calling, they're more prone to actually making a purchase rather than filling out a form submit like I was talking about earlier. Now, when it comes to ads, whether it's the Google Guarantee, the local, they have to be set up perfectly. It's not just about creating one and throwing it up. That's how you waste money, and we are not about wasting hard-earned money. We want to spend it in the right way to do what we need to do and to get you guys traffic, to get you guys business, more business coming in. There's a lot of keyword research that goes into it. There's a lot of search volume that in those keywords that we do research on. So it is very strategic how we do these ads and where we place those ads. So moving on down to this next section here. This is the GMB, and getting in here requires having citations. So what I would do if I were in your shoes is I would go and find out all the different directories that Coastal Fence has themselves listed in. I'd list myself in those on top of like 300 more. Because look, whatever your competitors had to do, whether it's from the GMB, the organic, or anywhere else across Google, you're going to have to do the same exact thing and then some, right? Because if we were to do just what they do, then we'd be even with them. We want to get above them. So definitely go and get some more citations than this Coastal Fence has. And a citation's just your business's name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories like Angie's List, Yelp, stuff like that. So then moving on down to this last section of Google, this is the organic section, and getting in here requires having relevant backlinks. Now keep in mind I said relevant, because you don't want just any old backlink pointing at you. If you were to have a Pizza Hut linking back to you, it's not going to be as effective as having another fencing company from a different area linking back to you. Google, first off, knows you're not a pizza company, so we want the most relevant ones pointing at you for the most effectiveness. And to get you on this first page of Google, which is where you need to be because you're not getting much traffic off being on the second, third page of Google, which I'll show you here in a minute, we need to beat out your competition in every aspect possible. So to come over here to a paid resource we use, I pay monthly for it, but we currently are looking at your stats. Now, looking at your stats, Google thinks your website is pretty trustworthy, but the backlinks that you have, first off, you don't have many backlinks, but the backlinks that you do have, they are not powerful at all. You do not have a strong back end of your website. Scrolling down, only 117 of your backlinks are do follow, which are like the ones that actually matter. Which out of those 117 do follows, they are not powerful at all because this should be like a 22 and 22 is a golden ratio, but 22 and 20 would be ideal. Now, because of that, you are only getting 11 people to your website monthly, and you are currently only being found for 28 organic keywords. Now, I'll come back to your keywords in a minute, but let's look at, I think that was, yep. Okay, let's look at your competitors. Now, your competitor, this certain competitor, because you have competitors all across Google, is not very powerful. They're getting a lot of their power from their main Superior Fence page. So what they did is they have a location page that is ranking out in Fairfield. And that page has the key elements that Google likes to see, but it's not very powerful. It's pulling the power from its main page. So this page would not be hard to beat. But look at the traffic that they're getting off being in that spot. Now, they're currently being found for 13 organic keywords. Now, I wanted to show you this, okay? So, Fence Company Fairfield CT, 150 people are going in that Google search bar, and they are typing that in. And these guys are being found instead of you guys. Now, out of those 150, 16 of them are directly going to their website. Fences Fairfield, 18 going right to their site. 10, 12, 10, 7. Let's say out of these 16, you were to land half. Let's say you were to land 5. And you get $1,000 per job. That's $5,000 off just one keyword alone. I'd go throughout all of your competitors, find the high volume, low KD, relevant keywords, and I place them throughout that content I was talking about. That's why we need that much content. So we're able to fit those keywords in strategically without being flagged. We do not want being flagged, or we do not want to be flagged for keyword stuffing. Google will basically blacklist your website and nobody will be able to find it. There are strategic ways about going about all of this. But going back to your keywords, you have a lot of these keywords like Fence Company Fairfield CT, Fence Company Fairfield CT. Meanwhile, they're getting 16. You're getting Fairfield, oh, whoops, that's them. Fairfield, right there. You're getting maybe one person to your website. You're not getting, and that's because you're on the second, third, you're on the second and third page for most of these keywords. You need honestly, what you need is a website revamp and SEO done to your website, because you could have a beautiful website, but if you don't have that backbone, that SEO, those backlinks that powers your website, you're just going to have a nice website on page 20 of Google. And as you can see, nobody's getting traffic off being on even the second page of Google, really. If you're not on that first page, you're not getting the most traffic that you can be getting. So look, reach out. I'd love to talk some more. I know how to get you in these spots. And look, these are your competitors for just this specific keyword. If I were to type in any other service that you offer in any other areas that you serve, you could have completely different competitors. So we need to get you on this first page all across Google for all the keywords that you want to be found for. So yeah, look, I have the means, the tools, and the knowledge to get you guys in these positions. It just takes you wanting to take your business to that next level to get you here. So reach out. I'd love to talk some more, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great one. Bye.